So we go straight on to stage 2, 3 goals again. We need to check out the new mid-engine mount. This car's got mid-engine rather than rear engine as the one of the previous year. Win without going off track for more than 2 seconds, and we're at the Porsche test track by the sound of it today. Right, so there's 2 laps. Let's have a look at these upgrades. So it's all about upgrades anyway, first couple of days. Right, so I started off with 3,115 gold, so I'm going to see what that goes down to afterwards. Right, so certainly for that, and this is 300,000, so that's probably going to be 250,000 for the third lot. I say some of these are going to be very, very expensive, so you need to be careful that out of all these new cars, you pick which ones you're going to go for, and they all look like they're all going to be a day for the third one. I bet the last one that's going to be gold. Well, it's not, that's a surprise. Right, so that one's 18 hours and that one's racing dollars. So anything I can do racing dollars, I always will do. What I will actually do is I'm going to watch one advert on a couple of these where they said it's going to take 1 day. I'll cut the adverts out, but I will watch an advert on each of those just to get it down to below 1 day, because it's going to be 20. I mean that means I wouldn't be able to start until sort of 1:45 in the morning, but obviously I want to start it at midnight. Just I don't really want to be up that late, so I will watch one advert on each one of those and I'll cut those out just so they're ready for tomorrow night. Right, so that's all of the adverts, just one quick one, so then that means they've all got less than 24 hours, so when I start tomorrow night at midnight, all that next lot of upgrades will be finished. And there was that 7? Right, so there's going to be 7 upgrades done tomorrow night, so that will be a total of 19. If there's any racing dollar ones after that, I'll obviously put them on. If they're gold ones, I will try not to put any more gold ones in for the rest of this. So that was 3,115, 118, so that's 200 about 230 gold that's cost, which isn't really too bad, and that would get you up to 19 upgrades. Anyway, we've got here 2 laps. If it's the 2, I think I might use the auto engineer actually. I've been grabbing before. What we've got to do anyway? Win without going off track for more than 2 seconds. I forgot that bit. So what a lot of people do, they don't put the upgrades on, and they do it bit by bit. But what happens is, where I spend the first day, if you like, taking quite a long time watching adverts and getting the upgrades on, and people go, oh, you're throwing loads of gold at it, we haven't got that amount of gold, we haven't got that amount of racing dollars. But what happens is they do it bit by bit, and they end up with the same sort of upgrades as I have anyway, most people. But it obviously does depend on what bank balance you've got, how much you can afford, which cars you're going to upgrade, which ones you're not. Right, this doesn't look like a walk in the park. I thought normally the first couple of days are extremely easy. Not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Normally a nip on the inside. But putting all the upgrades on early like I do, I say the car then stays consistent throughout the rest of it, rather than it keep changing with, you know, it gets a little bit grippier or gets a bit faster, but you haven't got the brake upgrades to cope with it and that sort of stuff, and it becomes quite unstable. So that's why I tend to do it. I sort of make a bit of a budget what I want to spend, and then stick to that. Unless I can't, you know, really can't do one of the goals, which is unusual, and then I might put an upgrade on to get past that. But normally 19 to 21 upgrades is what I normally stick out on every single event. I always have done.